Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be filming a highly requested video by really just one person. But anyway, the video I'll be filming is my everyday makeup tutorial. But yeah, this is the completed look. If you're interested, just keep watching. Oh my god, you're gonna see me without my face on. Okay, maybe we'll make this like a gradual process. So I'll like slowly unveil parts of my face so it's not like, whoa, what the F? Okay. And yay! Okay, so far I've already cleaned my face, toned, and put my serum on, and now I'm going in with my moisturizer and primer. It is the 2-in-1 actually by Glossier, so it is priming and a moisturizer. When I saw this in the Glossier showroom, I was like, oh my god, I need to get this because I'm always so lazy to do to moisturize and then prime. Alright, starting with makeup. Okay, so I'm going to put foundation on now. I'm using the Nars Sheer, I'm gonna say it right in this video. Okay, it is the Sheer Glow Foundation by Nars. And if you have watched my Sephora video, you will know that it is my holy grail foundation. I've used it for years. So I put a little on my hand, and I actually like dabbing it all over my face, kind of like this, in little dots, just because I don't want the brush to absorb all of the foundation, because I want it mostly on my face, not on my brush. And it's expensive, you know what I mean? Like, I can't waste it on anything other than on my face. Okay, so once I've kind of like spread it out as much as I can, I go in with the brush to do what it's supposed to do, which is kind of like blend it in. Oh my god. Imagine if I walked out like this. This is so weird. Sorry if I make weird facial expressions when I put my face on. I used to use my beauty blender, but ever since I got the Morphe brushes, I've just found a brush that's suitable for every single thing in my face. And I felt like the beauty blender almost made my foundation a little too sheer. Like sometimes it wouldn't be enough coverage for me, so I solved the problem by actually using a foundation brush. And now I only use my beauty blender for under eye concealer and stuff like that. Okay, so now that I have my foundation on, I'm going to go and set it with the Studio Matte Fix, and this is in the color D. Oh, sorry, that is not reading the right thing. It is the NC30. That's my color, I guess. Just going in with a big brush, patting all my work down. Pat, 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 pat. Okay, done. After I've set my face, the next thing that I'm gonna do, I actually don't do my makeup in any particular order, but I'm like, let's try to do it where it kind of makes sense to, you know, the public. The next thing I'm gonna do is the under eye concealer. I am using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I am the color Chantilly. I think that's what it's called. So just kind of like draw this all over here and make this shape. I actually think this looks cool, but I don't think it's socially acceptable. So take my beauty blender. Okay, so now that my under eye concealer is done, I'm going to set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So for my everyday and for today as well, I'm just kind of gonna go like under it really quickly. I'm not gonna bake it because I don't normally bake my face unless if I'm really going out or I really need the makeup to stand out. But usually I just kind of do a light little dab. Guys, these Morphe brushes are so good. Like, there's literally a brush for everything. Like, this brush is for my under eye setting concealer powder type of thing. Does that make sense? Okay. But yeah, so you see how I kind of just do it very lightly just so there's powder in that region. All right, moving on to the funner stuff. I'm going to do my eyebrows now, and I am using the Anastasia the Dip Brow Pomade, and I'm using it in the color dark brown. I am using the brush that didn't come with the pomade, but they do sell it separately, and it is brush 12. Okay, so going in, and my trick in doing my eyebrows, I start off with the middle just because sometimes I put on a little too much and then I'll like blend it a little, but ultimately I want to outline it, so like this. And this is the part where a lot of people actually ask me how I do this, so I will show you right now. I pretty much outline the top, I outline the bottom a little lightly, and then I go in and I brush it out like this. And by doing so, you get kind of that fade into a darker brow. Let me see if I can show you closer.
Just because sometimes I accidentally put on too much and I don't want the outline to be really dark. So I start in the middle and I'm like, okay, like enough product is okay, so that's when I start outlining it to the very side. I also outline the top like so, and then I brush it out. And then
here is the key part to doing your eyebrows, or at least my eyebrows. I don't know if this is like the right way to do it. I kind of just discovered this trick, but I start off at the very top, do a little outline like this. At the bottom, same thing, like just outlining it like that at the bottom. Oops, okay, there you go. Outlining it at the bottom, and then I go in and I just blend that color together. So you don't want to actually like draw in the color right here. You want to just have one line down here, one line up here, and then blend, if you know what I'm saying. So once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes. And I'm gonna show you a secret, you guys. This is what saved my eyelashes. My eyelashes were like so little, and this eye serum is what made my eyelashes just grow really long. I don't really like eyelash extensions because I really like eyeshadow. So when I do extensions, I can't really put on eyeshadow. So this serum is the best thing that's ever happened to me. It is the ANYWHO eyelash conditioner. So I just put this on every morning. Over time, my eyelashes have grown really long. So I let that dry a little. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go in to prime my eyes. So I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Once that is done, I am now going to do my eyeshadow. So the first color, or the palette I will be using, is the Naked 2, and I'm gonna open it and you guys are gonna be like, what the F? Because yeah, I've used this so long, I've even lost a color and one color is almost finished, but I'm going to show you how I use it, and please disregard this, I might just replace it soon. So the first color I'm going to go in with as my base is called Foxy, and I'm just pretty much going to dab this all over my brush like so, and then I'm going to just go all over my eyelid. Like, this is just a very messy process, but it's fine because it's just the base color. Like, you just want to give your eyeshadow like a very good foundation to sit on. So that is the first thing. With the same brush, I am now gonna use a bronzer actually in my eye, and I've been doing this for a really long time now, and it's one of the best tricks that I've learned from Jaclyn Hill. I'm using the bronzer color Sun Bunny Dark, and this is from Too Faced. So again, dab, dab, dab. Okay, and then I also go all over, but like not all over, like just mid all over. Does that make sense? So yeah, like you don't want it to go all the way up to your eyebrows, but just kind of right here in this region like this. Once I have that color as my base, I'm going back to my Naked 2 palette, and I am using the color, wow, I have to like rub it off because it's so powdered over. Okay. So the color is Busted, and I'm using a different eyeshadow brush because that one's just more for the lighter colors. So I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna go like this in the corner, like so. This does not have to look perfect because we're gonna blend it out later, but like this just kind of goes over the bottom part. So each time I do my eyeshadow, it covers less and less areas of my eyelid. So I just put it all over. I like to have kind of like a cat shape going on already with my eyeshadow, so this is how I apply it. Same thing with the other eye. Once you have that, now we're gonna blend. Taking another brush, just gonna blend it out. Once that is done, and oh my god, sorry, I'm so itchy, okay. Once that is done, I'm gonna do kind of the eyeshadow for like right underneath my eye. Not to be selling you on all Jaclyn Hill products, but honestly, this brush is so good for your under eye like eyeshadow. So I am sold. I love her stuff. So you're just gonna go kind of like under the eye right here. And this is with the same color, the dark brown busted, just because you want to sort of like, you know, surround your eye look. So once that is done, I like to go in and add the inner corners a little bit. I don't like to do too much, and the center. So I will use the color, the one that's disappearing, half baked, and then I just kind of dab it in a little. Sorry, there's like, I'm so bad at holding this. Yeah, there's like no more. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go in with that. The reason why I like to do this is because I feel like it gives my eye a lot more dimension, like just in the middle, and then blending it out as you put it on. So once again, one line, blend. Got it? And then if you really want to, you can do the inner corners of my eye. I actually don't do this very often when it's like very fancy, but I feel fancy today. But I don't do it for work, if that's what you're asking. In fact, actually for work, if I'm in a really big rush, I do try to do the 3-tier eyeshadow thing, but if I'm in a really big rush, like if I woke up late, which is a lot, I just go in with the bronzer and I just do that as my base and I move on with my day. Now that that is done, I'm now going in with my eyeliner. So the eyeliner that I'm using is the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon. Basically, what I like to do is I like to lift my eyelid up because, okay, sorry, that looks gross, I'm sorry. But I like to lift my eyelid up because I don't like when you can see like the whites between your eye and your eye makeup. So I like to just lift it up and then try to get as close to the water line as I can. So this is really just acting as a very strong base. Gel liner always provides like the highest intensity and the best lasting long wear. Does that make sense? And the best base. So I know this looks like pretty messed up right now, but I will fix it and I will show you how. So as you can see, I'm already starting to shape my wing. Like I said, it doesn't have to be pretty because we're actually gonna go back in to outline the eyeliner. So I am using the Kat Von D ink liner. Once again, got it from my haul. So now we're gonna take the eyeliner and then we're gonna go through and clean it up. Do you see how now it's nice and clean, like because I outlined it? So yeah, pretty much I use this as like the coloring and this is for the outline because I feel like this is the best way to get your eyeliner to the highest level of intensity with the least amount of work, because when I try to color with like these tiny bristles, it just takes forever. And also sometimes it's like not dark enough for me, so I use this purely for outlining purposes. Okay, so once that is done, and I have monolid problems, so I'm just gonna let it dry, whereas normal people, they can just flick their eyes up right away, but if I do that, it might like imprint. Does anyone understand how I feel? Okay. So once that's done, I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. One of the best tricks I've learned for curling my eyelashes, and shout out to my exchange friends who taught me this, but you just, if you like blow dry it or like heat it up with a straightener, it makes your curls last a lot longer. Guys, do you see how long my lashes are? I envy you, I'm telling you. Okay, so once that is done, I'm going to do my mascara, which I will get because I misplaced it. Be right back. So I mentioned this in my Sephora haul video, but I recently switched over to the Givenchy 4-in-1 mascara, and it is the best mascara I have ever used in my entire life. This is usually where, if it was like every day going to work, I stop, but if I want to, I'll put on lashes. But even before I put on lashes, I like to let my mascara dry a little bit, so then I move on to the rest of my face. The bronzer that I'm using is also from Too Faced, and it's a different one. It is the Chocolate Soleil one. So I'm just gonna take this. So yeah, if this was a fancier occasion, I would be contouring right now, but since it's more of an everyday, I don't like to put on that much makeup. Only like 5,000 products as opposed to 7,000, you know? that is done. And then for my for my blush and my highlighter, I'm going to use the Becca with Jaclyn Hill. Of course, like I've just been raving about her products. It's just so worth it. Like this entire thing is like less than, no, I think slightly a bit more than if you were to just buy one of the highlighters on its own. I first go in with blush, and I really like this color, and it is the, I'm gonna flip it over, Rose Luminous Blush. That's the color that I'm using. So I go in there, tap, 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 just on the apples of your cheeks in a circular motion. Oh my god, these brushes are so good. Like every day I use these, I'm like, yes, I'm so glad I got these brushes. I never been a brush enthusiast until I got these. Okay, so once that is done, I'm gonna go in with my highlighter using a fan brush. This is the only brush of the day that is by Morphe / Jaclyn Hill. So going in with the highlighters from the same palette, I actually mix both the Champagne Pop and the Gold Pop together, and then just kind of go over like that. And then I also use my ring finger and I just try to do my nose and the top of my Cupid's bow. Okay, so this is where I will put on my false lashes. I'm actually not very good at putting on false lashes, so don't judge me. Once again, don't do the false lashes every day. That would be crazy. It would take me way too much time. Once I've put my lashes on and it is drying, I am going to go in and spray all the hard work that I've put on. Hard work, not really. But anyway, I'm gonna spray all of this with the Urban Decay All Nighter. Once again, a travel size because I tend to lose things, so. Okay, and that is the last step of my makeup routine. Yay! Oh, sorry, no, it's not. I have lipstick. Okay, what am I doing? So for my everyday look, I really like to use the YSL lipstick. So I mentioned this in the haul video. I've actually finished a whole, so this is my new one. I finished a whole tub of it already. It's like completely done. I don't know if you can see. So yeah, like, doesn't go any further. I've recently bought another one. This is my everyday lipstick color. So this is my everyday lipstick color and pretty much my everyday look minus the false lashes. Okay, so that concludes the video for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications as well. Have a really great day. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you next. Bye! Okay, also, like, do people pronounce it Anastasia or is it Anastasia? My hair. What did I just say?